Dr. Raj, your friendly Beverly Hills orthopedic surgeon who treats sports injuries and joint pain. I'm here to protect you from yourself and keep you out of my operating room, or any operating room. Well, we've all been watching the Olympics. Actually, most of us have been. I've got special interest because my two favorite countries in the whole world, being Canadian and American, are doing extremely well. One big controversy, which is akin to a weekend warrior injury, which kills you, changes your life, or causes pain and suffering, is how standardized are the rules and regulations at the Olympics, especially on different soil. I mean, the NHL has a point. Hockey's a very rough sport. I grew up watching hockey, and it's an amazing game. The adrenaline behind it. I remember growing up watching Hockey Night in Canada, and that was every weekend. If you didn't watch Hockey Night in Canada, there was something wrong with you. So hockey is our football. But here's the deal. John Travers, who is the captain on the New York Islanders, goes and supports and goes for Team Canada to the Olympics. Injures his knee. I mean, no matter what we say or do, at least with the NHL, there's a layer of protection. You know, there's a layer of standardization. You suddenly go to the Olympics and you have a premier athlete injure his knee. What happens is the New York Islanders just came out and said he's out for the next season, the whole season. I mean, that is absolutely horrendous. Having an MCL and a medial meniscus injury to the knee as a hockey player, again, I think he's the number 3rd scorer in the NHL. This has changed his career. Now, how is this a weekend warrior injury? Well, this is the same level as the Kobe Bryant aspect. You know, within any sport, this is something that should have been controlled and standardized within the Olympics. And this is my opinion. I think there's just too many unnecessary injuries that occur. You know, the skiers that had spinal issues. I mean, there has to be some standardization. There has to be some refereeing on this. I mean, an injury of this nature to happen, or the captain of the New York Islanders, and this will change his career. It's sad. I mean, the city of New York standing up, and the Islanders are saying, hey, listen, our sales are going to go down. You know, our chances of making the playoffs are reduced significantly. I mean, you know, financially this kills them, the Islanders. Number 2, this poor kid who's got so much talent, it changes them. It changes them from an elite athlete to just an athlete. It actually accelerates his demise in his career. So, I mean, I'd love to hear your opinion of that, but when I say weekend warrior injuries, it can happen in anyone. It's happened in me. It can happen in you. I mean, this is a big deal, a huge deal. I mean, I had a gentleman football player 40 years ago. His name was Tom. And Tom was on his way to becoming an elite football player. He was with, I think, Stanford at the time. You got to know, so what happened? When he was 22, he was asked to go play a pickup game in basketball. Yeah. I asked him if he was a basketball player. He goes, no. He just played a pickup game. He didn't stretch. He didn't warm up. And he was playing against people who were bona fide basketball players. He didn't have the right footwear. He wasn't prepped. Again, weekend warrior injury. He tore his ligaments in his ankle. That's a silly pickup game. And I say silly pickup game ruined his college career as a football player. I talk to him now, and for years he just protected himself, avoided hiking, and to this day he told me the exact day, the exact minute, and the exact time of how and when this all happened. It actually ruined his whole career. He's got weight issues. Now he's looking at me. Before I become a senior citizen, I've been living in this chronic pain. My doctor, I've got diabetes. I've got heart issues now. My doctor says I have to be more active. This is exactly what he told me. I need you to fix my ankle now and do whatever you can do to fix it. I looked at him and I said, Tom, we're dealing with 40 years of pain and suffering. I said, how many pills of Motrin did you take in the past 40 years? And Tom looked at me and he said, I never got injured in football. You know why he never got injured in football? He was prepared. He warmed up. He stretched. It was regulated. But he got injured in the pickup game of basketball, which he's not even a basketball player. And that one silly little game destroyed his potential superstar career, led on to weight gain, led on to pain, led on to thousands of pills of Motrin and Vicodin, which, let's face it, guys, thousands of pills, let's face it, over the span of years, there's no way this is good for you. Kills your liver. It's all a cascade, and it's a cascade of demise. How many years has this taken off of his life? How has this changed him psychologically? How has this changed him physically? Those questions are, how should I put it, assumed. The answers are assumed. You know, without this injury, he may have had a completely different fate. And you can sense, the sad thing is you can sense the depression because of that. You look in his eyes. When he could tell you the exact time and day this happened, you knew that stupid weekend warrior injury changed his life. Before we get ready for any battle, what do? We prepare. We stretch. We warm up. That goes for anything. That goes for surgery. That goes for workouts. We realize our limitations. You have to. You have to follow those simple rules. This is Dr. Raj at the Lifestyle Talk Radio Network. I'm talking about weekend warrior injuries that can kill you, that can change your life, that can cause pain and suffering. Stay tuned when I talk about a person who I know and respected who came into a pickup game of football and became paralyzed. This is Dr. Raj at the Lifestyle Talk Radio Network. You can contact me at drhipandbkme.com. That's drhipandme.com. Thank you.